to be a gamer girl in 4 easy steps.
Okay, first of all, I think she's using that expression, gamer girl, to prove a point, or ironically or something, But I don't really like any of those labels. In fact, I don't really like labels at all, so I'll just consider myself to be a person that plays video games. And if you'd like to read more about the expression gamer and how we really shouldn't be using it because it's stupid, I'll link to extra punctuation from Yahtzee over on the Escapist, and he wrote an article about that, so you can read all about this bullshit over there.
1. Choose a gender-neutral or masculine username for your online identity.
I've already done that. My online nickname is TheStvor, which translates to The Thing, and it represents the fact that I'm not really comfortable, or wasn't really comfortable, with the way I looked and the way I used to be back in the days when I was choosing my name.
The hordes of cisgender, heterosexual, and mostly white men you'll be gaming with are incredibly sensitive to the possibility of a female within their midst and are more likely to consider you part of the scenery than a peer on the battlefield.
I myself am very sensitive to other females online and in my games. Why do I pay attention to other girls in my games? 'Cause don't be stealing my spotlight, bitch. No, I'm serious. Like, if I see another girl online or on League, it happens way too often on League, but I look for their username. I follow Donkey's guide on how to spot girls on League. And I start trolling, cause yeah, I'm just a mean person like that. Mostly because I'd like to know if they actually play games or if they play League or Guild Wars just because they play with their boyfriends, and I really hate that. Like, I know that's not nice for me to dislike people that are doing stuff for a loved person, but I know how that goes. Like, you'll start to play that game for that one dude because you think that's gonna make things better. They think that's gonna make you look cool in his eyes, but he's really not. He thinks he'll like that, but he honestly won't, because you're just suck at the game and he just won't play with you because you're bad. I'm just trying to do you guys a favor, and by guys I mean girls. I'm just trying to do you girls a favor, and I'm just trying to prove that don't do stuff for other people. Like, if you want to play a fucking game, play it for your own sake, because you want to be good or you want the attention. That's fine. You want the attention, that's okay, but don't play it for other people, because the worst thing about online stuff is that you start playing because other people do, because you know people on that game, and it's a vicious circle. You stay on that fucking game just because your friends are staying on a fucking game, and that's why I don't really like online stuff. And if I do play online things, I play it like in sessions. I don't really know how to say that. Like, I'll play it for a couple of months and then I'd go off because I really don't want a stupid fucking game to suck the life out of me. I've other things to do in my life than just play this one online game. Like, there's all sorts of other different games that I'd rather play. So it's not just the guys that are gonna look for girls. It's girls that are gonna look for other girls as well. Because you're always trying to compete with each other. Because that's what online stuff does to you. Like, it's a competitive game. In the end, you just want your score to be the best. If you can't really have the best score because you're a female and your brain is fucked up and you can't really achieve the same things that guys are achieving, and that's a fact, don't fucking lie to me. If women would be able to achieve the same stuff that men do, physically and mentally, like, they wouldn't have different fucking categories for male and female competitors at any sport whatsoever. And also on esports, where there isn't actually two separate leagues for now, because females aren't really playing competitively yet on like a solid level. For now, there's just one category, and females just can't get in it because we're just bad at video games, and that's a fact. And I'm not blaming the fact that I'm bad on the fact that I'm female, but I think it's kind of related. But mostly, I'm just bad.
If you started gaming when you were young, naive, and starry-eyed, and have the misfortune of an unchangeable feminine username like Jigglypuff Sparkle Fairy, prepare your defenses ahead of time.
I don't know where you live, woman, but no name is unchangeable in the real world or anywhere on the internet. Like, you can change your fucking username 20 billion million times if you'd like that. If you really, really don't like your name, just make a new account. It's really simple. And plus, who the fuck would name their self like Jiggly Sparkly Eyes whatever? Like, the worst name that I had was Little Miss Sunshine, and that was a reference to a movie that you're probably gonna guess what I was trying to go with.
At the first question of your gender, tell them you are a lesbian, because in gamer jargon, lesbian is synonymous with man, and there's no room to be feminine here.
Gaming is a male-dominated space. So what? So was poetry, so was politics, so was everything. Like, until women started to do shit with their lives, everything was male-dominated space. And look at us now. We can do whatever we want. I get really triggered. I get triggered when I hear people, like, demanding seats for women in parliament and stuff like that. Like, if women wanted to be there, they'd already be there. No one's stopping there. But no, it's a male-dominated space. You don't get it. They're not gonna let you in if they don't want you in. Come on now. With all this new propaganda, we're trying to put women everywhere because we need women everywhere. Basically, that's the best thing that we can do. What if people don't want to be there? What if I don't want to be a politician? So don't tell me that this is a male-dominated space. Women can play video games if they want. Nobody's stopping them. So don't bullshit me.
2. Become an expert in everything. Complete every side quest. Earn every achievement. Be prepared for any reference or joke, because if you're not, fake gamer girl alert!
So I read this article a long time ago about fake geek girls and girls trying to pretend that they're interested in stuff when they're actually just seeking attention. And first of all, what's wrong with that? I'll pretend I'm interested in lots of shit if I got any benefit from it. So if bitches try to pretend they're into video games to get benefits from it, I don't really care, because it's their choice, so they can do whatever. But it's my choice to go over to them and start trolling them because I don't really want them there. So she can do whatever, but I also can do whatever. And if I don't like her there because she's only in it to steal my attention, then I'm gonna do my best to get her out of there. And the same goes for males, I would assume. This is a competitive space. So if you're getting their attention of other males, of course people are not gonna like that because everyone wants attention for themselves. So the top players are top players because they want recognition. They want to be praised. They want to be recognized. They want to be acknowledged. And so are nerds, as in really really geeky person that really don't have a life and they've dedicated their whole fucking life to this one game or to this one thing. And that's all they have. And of course, they're going to take offense if you come in and start pretending that you really like that thing, although you've only started following it since it became really, really popular, but you're still into it. Like, of course, we're going to take offense to that. So it's safe to assume that geeks in general, not just myself, but also all the other people online, are going to try to test you to see if you're worthy. Like, this is a geek badge. You need to earn your geek badge. Yeah, I know it sounds really stupid, but I've put a lot of time and effort into this, into my hobby. So I would really it's heartbreaking to see that maybe finally you're gonna meet someone that shares that same interest and it's not a complete fucking cunt. And when you see that that's not true, your heart gets broken. And I guess that's what some of the guys might feel like. They picture, because of the stupid fucking media propagating this bullshit, they picture their waifu and they go like, oh yeah, she has to play video games, she has to be super cute and super nice, and she has to cook me meals, and she must love anime and MMOs, and I want her to be a healer so she can take care of me. So they got the whole fucking idea in their mind, and when they see you're not what they think you are, of course they're gonna get heartbroken. And I got my whole idea as well. Like, I hope for every girl that comes online that she's a decent person, because I haven't really met a female that was a decent person, and that's that's the most horrible thing ever. Like, whenever I find someone um that I think is nice, in the end they're just as bitchy as everyone else. And I've kind of lost faith in humanity. And yes, if you come online and I get my hopes up thinking that you're the best person ever and that you're my dreams come true, and it turns out you're not all I was hoping you were, then yeah, I'm gonna start to hate you. Oh yeah, so the expert in everything. This literally never happened for me. I guess I got this blessing that I used to be ugly before, so people wouldn't really question me being into geeky stuff because they were like, "Oh yeah, she's fucking ugly. Nobody wants her." So I guess anime is all the all she got left. No one ever expected me to know every single fucking reference to everything. My final point on this on what she said here is that you are mixing two things together, lady. You're mixing the online competitive games, because you said appear on the battlefield, as in Call of Duty, as in Battlefield, as in first person shooters, as in CSGO. And now you're quoting like Morrowind and fucking RPGs. This is completely different territory, so get your shit together. The people that play RPGs are not the same people that play Call of Duty. Of course, people that play RPGs are gonna expect you to know stuff about RPGs because that's the only thing that they do. They play those fucking games and they play them all over and over and over and over again, like until they've memorized every single fucking thing in there. And then if you go online and say, "Yeah, I really like Skyrim," of course they're gonna ask you about what fucking mods you have, or but I don't fucking play Skyrim, but you know what I'm trying to say. Don't mix FPSs with RPGs.
Suddenly, that low cut shirt you're wearing was not a choice you made because you felt good about your bomb ass cleavage when you woke up this morning. Suddenly, you're a succubus. You're only in it for the attention. Because what real gamer doesn't know that the skeleton hanging by its ankles from the ceiling of the Bjorn ice caves on the island of Solstheim in the Blood Moon expansion of the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind was obviously a Star Wars reference? Fake geek girls.
Okay, so no one ever really questioned me on the whole geek thing. Like, you talk with other people and they know that you can't really like all the things that they like, that you're probably gonna like some stuff, and that you're gonna really look into that, and maybe you're not gonna like some other games, so you'll not be able to know everything about those other games. So whenever I talk with nerds about nerdy stuff, um, they do understand if you tell them, yeah, like, yeah, I've kind of played that game, but I wasn't really that into it, so unless you're a complete asshole pretending to know everything, like, no one's gonna judge you for not knowing stuff. Unless you're having a dick measuring competition about who knows more things, about who knows all the fucking Easter eggs in Morrowind, as you mentioned. So yeah, no one really called me like a fake geek girl if I didn't know something. Oh yeah, and about the attention thing, as I've already said, people like attention. So so if you wear a shirt like that, don't say that you didn't wear it for attention, because we all know that you did wear it for attention. If you were feeling good about your bomb ass cleavage, obviously you wanted to show it to other people, and if you wanted to show it to other people, you wanted to get recognition for having good tits, which means that you wanted the attention.
3. Be willing to accept the fact that you, yes, you are single-handedly responsible for the degradation of the modern-day gaming industry because you keep demanding better representation for women, even though you already have a diverse selection of skinny, scantily clad, and or heavily sexualized white women to choose from.
So I've already talked about this in the other video, but I guess the only thing I forgot to mention is that also male characters aren't really that different one from another. If you're playing any place that has humans in it instead of, I don't know, fucking Jigglypuff or some bullshit. The typical male character is gonna have short brown hair, probably a beard, and lots of muscles. So you don't really get to choose other characters as a guy either.
If you want a more feminist-friendly game, try the Mass Effect trilogy. It's full of strong female characters. Never mind the fact that the first female villain we're introduced to is presented to us with shots of her ass and tits before we ever see her face. Remember, ladies, female objectification is a myth.
So basically what she's saying is CGI tits are bad. Like, first of all, you're not insulting anyone, because those women, those tits, those breasts, those asses aren't really attached to a real body, aren't really part of a real body or like a living person. If you're saying objectifying women, that means there has to be like a real life person to objectify. But as I've already said, video game characters are fake. So if you want to put digital tits and digital ass into your game, I don't find anything wrong with that, because you're not objectifying me, I'm not in the game, and you're objectifying a virtual character that is fictional. Remember, ladies, female objectification is a myth. Yeah, it is. It's an outdated feminist theory that is no longer valid. We have a word for equality, which apparently deserves recognition, and that is beauty. If we didn't feel the need to name things beautiful, to name people beautiful, then we wouldn't really come up with a name for it. It's okay to like beautiful women and to praise certain qualities those women have, and it's not objectifying them, it's just saying she's got a nice body. But unless you have some mental disability that's preventing you to see that that's an actual person, everyone knows that those tits and that ass are attached to someone, and that someone probably is a living thing with interests and hobbies and an actual working intelligence. Everyone knows that that thing is not an object. It's a human being.
4. Get used to fear.
That's a trigger word. Triggered. Fear. Come on. Ladies, stop talking about fucking fear. You don't know fear. Have you experienced real, actual fear? 'Cause I know I haven't. You don't have war, woman. You don't live in such conditions where you don't know where to sleep, where you don't know if you're gonna survive the next day. That is not fear you're talking about. That is common sense. You say fear as in your life is in danger. Your life is not in danger. As long as you live in a first world country, you should be fine. Unless you do some really stupid retarded shit. You should be fine. So don't talk about fear when you don't know what fear is.
Watch Anita Sarkeesian's videos criticizing misogyny in video games. Watch the death and rape threats roll in.
Did she get raped? Did she die? No, because people are just trying to prove a point. Nobody really wants to see her dead. I mean, they do, but nobody's actually gonna do it because we're reasonable people. I'm pretty sure you guys have already heard about it, but if you haven't, please listen to what the internet aristocrat has to say. I'm gonna link his video somewhere, and yeah, you should really just listen to that. I honestly don't even want to talk about any of this.
Listen in shock as the people you game with claim Zoe Quinn only received recognition for her free online game because she slept with someone who had nothing to do with the media coverage of her free online game. Hashtag Quinnspiracy. Hashtag Gamergate. Hashtag ethics in gaming journalism.
Seriously, once again, do check out Mr. Internet Aristocrat's videos, because just This is just a plain lie.
Watch women speak up. Watch women have their personal information revealed online. Watch women leave the industry. Start gaming quietly. And make sure to keep your comments offline, because if you don't, you might be next, because after all, you are the one ruining the industry. Remember?
So, this concludes our video. My light's already gone. I'm practically in the dark now. I guess I should start fearing for my life now. You know why I hate people like her? Because she's only gonna bitch and moan about whatever she feels she doesn't like. And she's not really gonna do anything about it. If you look at Ubisoft staff pictures from back when Ubisoft released Assassin's Creed and shit, to this day, you're gonna notice that there's gradually more and more women in the first rows until the whole fucking studio apparently seems to be filled with women. All the support that we get now, all the opportunities that women get to get into the male dominated space of the gaming industry, with all this, we still didn't fix anything. Games are still the way they are. There's still not any feminist approved games that have been released. At least not that I could think of. Like, even with all this, nothing has changed. If you really wanted to make a difference, you'd make your own game, but you really can't do that, right? Because you're a woman. Because you don't know how to do shit. Because you can only complain about stuff, but you're not going to lift a finger to do anything about it. You're just going to complain that you want a different game, but you're not going to put any effort into making a different game. You're not going to acquire the skills to make a new game. You're just going to bitch and moan. That's what you always do. If you really want to change the way things are, start doing something about it and stop talking about it.